What's up, guys? Welcome back to another vlog. I am here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and for one of the first adventures, well, not adventures, but let's call it a history lesson that we're gonna do today, is I am at the Genocide Museum here with some friends, and they opted in to pay for the audio. Basically, it's a tour guide that you listen to through your headphones, but because I have to vlog, I am gonna just be vlogging, and Hannah here will be my assistant, my tour guide, and explain to me what is going on in each section of the museum here. But right behind me is the front entrance. It was $5 USD to get in an admission, another $5 to get headphones. You can also opt in for getting an actual human tour guide, but this is my tour guide right here. She's got the audio headphones on, and she'll explain to me what's going on. But here's the front entrance. Walk in. This is what you see. So in front of me here, it looks like one of the buildings, building A, contains 3 stories divided into 20 cells. The first one has 10 cells used for jailing, interrogating, and torturing the prisoners who have been the high officials. The second and third ones have 5 big cells each, used for the same purpose as on the first story. Nowadays, there are a lot of evidence remaining in all the cells which prove the atrocities of the Pol Pot clique. I was told that I cannot record inside, so I'm just gonna stand outside and show you guys what you see. Oh, check that out. On the bed there, you got some chains, shackles. So they chain people onto the bed, just torturing them. Alright, so guys, I'm not allowed to record it in the actual prison cells itself, so I put the camera down and I walked into some of them, some of the rooms, and you can see there's some pictures up on the walls where you can see some of the prisoners and their bodies like pretty mangled up and messed up, laying on the prison beds that you've seen in the vlog. But right behind me here is these are 7 guys that were able to survive the fall of the Khmer Rouge. I don't know if they're still alive to this day, but yeah, there's some really sad stuff, man. Really sad stuff. Like these rooms right here, like people died and were tortured in these rooms, you know? It's wild. So this right here behind me, if you guys see this sign, they use this as torturing people. They would hang them up from ropes, and in these little things here, there would be jugs of water, and over here, let me see. But yeah, if you can see in the photo, people would be hung from this wooden frame here right in front of me and just tortured. So inside there just now, basically, there was just showing some photos of prisoners and like forced labor, and some of the photos in there, they had children in there, like doing forced labor, like using pickaxes. Excuse me, using pickaxes and hitting rocks with them and stuff like that. And kids, probably the oldest kid I saw in one of the photos was maybe 12 years old. So that's pretty wild. But a lot of forced labor as a prisoner. If you were a prisoner under the Khmer Rouge. More photos here in this place, but I don't know if I can take a photo in this building or take video in this building. Can I record video in this one? Can I record video in this one? No, okay. This one here, no. Okay. So yeah, I can, but there's a bunch of photos of children in there, but I'm gonna go check that one out. So just up there on that second floor, I went up there to check it out a little bit. Basically, what was going on was that there was like a little exhibit talking about the fall of the prison here, of how the United Front and Vietnamese troops came and rescued the people from this prison, this detention center right here where we are. So I just want to give you a little rundown of that, but there's actually more behind me here, more prison cells. But I forgot to tell you guys that this used to be a school, which the Khmer Rouge turned into a detention center. So I'm gonna walk over there and show you guys some more of the prison. Alright guys, so Hannah here had the headphones this entire time. We lost each other on the grounds, but we just caught back up, and she said she learned a lot. The guy that used to run this place, he was a teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was a teacher.
Oh, this used to be a school, you know.
Yeah, that part I know. But he used to be a teacher, and he was in charge of running the place. And what he would do is he would employ children from like the countryside who were illiterate, you know, did not know any better, came from bad families, and get them to come and work here and indoctrinate, like train them to torture like animals and stuff to make them think like it's the right, basically brainwash them into thinking that they're doing the right thing by torturing these prisoners and things like that. And if they didn't, once the kids, you know, started realizing like this wasn't the right thing, they would end up being prisoners here, and their friends would have to do the same torture techniques to them. So that's one thing that Hannah just told me, since she's been listening to the audiobooks. But yeah, some sad stuff here, pretty wild, and just really sad. One of the levels upstairs, and I think it was building.
This one?
No, I was in building B, and the level upstairs, I was reading. There was like a TV, and they was just showing stories about basically people just telling stories of things that were happening here, and when they came to like free the people in here, there was only like 4 kids that were like rescued in here or something like that. But the kids survived because they were hiding under like trash and under like piles of clothes before the Vietnamese and United Front soldiers came to rescue and liberate this detention center. But I guess apparently all across Phenom Penh there's a total of 3 or 4 of them. One of them was like a headquarters, but the rest of them were being transformed into detention centers like this. But there was like, these were like secret ones. These were all like secret detention centers. But yeah, that was just another fact that I wanted to put out there. But there's still one more building that I have to check out, which is this one here, and this is building D. So we'll check that out. Behind me, there's like a memorial for the victims here. Yeah, just shortly we'll be over there checking out that building, see what else we'll learn. So that photo I just showed you guys, I guess people would have to sleep next to dead bodies or whatever, and people were getting so hungry that bugs would get on the bodies, like the dead bodies, and people would start eating the bugs because they would only get 2 spoonfuls of soup a day. And then once the guards caught on that people were eating the bugs, they would get beat so bad till like their eyes were bleeding. Crazy. So this room right here has yeah, it says I'm not allowed to record inside, but if you guys can see, there's skulls, and you can see the skulls. See the skull right here on the top right? On the front there's a plaque, and it tells you what happened to this person in their skull. Basically, these 2 right here have gunshot wounds to their skulls. Like, can you see this one? It's a gunshot wound right there to the back of the skull on that one. There's another one here. It's a gunshot wound right on the top right side. But yeah, it's just sad, real sad, man. Some crazy stuff under the Khmer rouge. Crazy stuff.
79 was 9 years old. My younger brother was 6 years old. All together 5 child and 3 lady with my mother. The Khmer were arrested from the Phnom province 75 kilometers from here. How we could survive? Because last day all the Khmer who ran around here and said loudly, collect prisoner, get out to kill because Vietnamese army come join with the Cambodian Liberation Army fighting the city. I heard like that, then I heard my mother told me, when the Khmer separate me from my mother, son, take care of your brother. What happened? Don't run away from him. He told me like that, my mother cried. The time I took the baby and me all together, we are hiding in a big pile of clothes, waiting clothes, waiting for my mother come back and took me home. But she doesn't come back. We kill my mother and father. And here my own story here, you know.
So this gentleman right here, actually, when I was inside one of the buildings, I saw he was telling his story about he was one of the children that survived here because he was hiding in his underclothes as the Khmer Rouge were about to fall in this detention center, and the Vietnamese and Liberation Army were coming to free everyone. But this is actually him right here signing books. But in the photo here, this is him when he was a child. This is his brother, and these are Army, Liberation Army.
When was court? 2009?
2009.
I was still at school. You weren't usually at also in the country.
So yeah, but wow, that's crazy. I didn't think that it was on a TV screen, and I think building A, B, and building B, and he was up there telling the story on the TV screen, and then the whole time he's over here, which is crazy. But yeah, it's wow. So Hannah just informed me about the story of that girl right there. Basically what happened with her was that she was captured by soldiers and raped. She was raped, and then she got pregnant. She somehow found a way to move to Phenom Penh. Nobody knows what happened to the baby, but when she was like 15, 16, she like loved this boy or whatever, and then this boy actually signed up to be part of the Khmer Rouge. So when he signed up to be part of the Khmer Rouge, he was able to like give her like a little, like they loved each other, and like he was able to give her like a little bit more food and things like that. And so anyways, he was like in a different part of Cambodia, and she somehow got captured and was sent here to the S1 detention center, and then they were writing letters back and forth to each other, and the people found out that they were writing letters back and forth to each other, and he ended up being here too as well. So, but the guy that was running this, that was in charge of this entire place, he had some kind of like infatuation with her. Like he was really like into her for some reason. He got her to like confess about all the stuff about her husband and like what's been going on between them. And he ended up getting killed here, and then she also ended up getting killed here. Sad story. Sad story. This gentleman right here is another survivor. He's actually right there walking with the cane and the blue shirt. I'm just reading his little synopsis here. It says, over the years, Chum May has come to understand and even identify with his torturers rather than to condemn them. I consider them victims like me because they had to follow other people's orders. He says in an introduction to the book, how can I say I would have behaved differently? Would I have had the strength to refuse to kill if the penalty was my own death? I mean, I guess he's got a really good point there. But yeah, he's in the photo that I showed you guys earlier, that big billboard photo. He's one of the gentlemen that was in that photo that survived here. Crazy. I was not expecting survivors to still be here at the museum. and tell their story and try to sell books or whatever, because a place like this, a place as horrible as this place, you would think that there would be a lot of PTSD and bad memories and things, and that you would never want to come back to this place. But I really respect the fact that they're still here telling their story to the world, really telling their story to the world. But yeah, very, very sad. Very, very sad. Alright, so that's the end of that. We're pretty much here for a few hours. Learned a lot of horrific, sad things went down here at the S1 detention center. I'll leave the address down in the description box if you guys want to come check it out for yourself if you're ever in Phnom Penh. If you like my vlogs, would love and appreciate if you guys like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys on the next one.